friends. So what a happening discussion was going on, right? I really sometimes I enjoy these chats, but then I feel that any focused student, right, would not utilize the time in such a beautiful way. Okay, fine. So are we all ready for the today's chapter, right? Are we all ready? So we have been doing the linear arrangement, right? Yesterday I tried to segregate the topics on linear arrangement. Today I am going to take it on circular arrangement, right? Circular arrangement means a closed arrangement. I am using a word circular, but whatever we will be discussing today, right, is also going to be applicable to a rectangular arrangement as well. So there can be a rectangle table or it can be a square table, right? So circular for us is a word which resembles a closed arrangement. Up till now, whatever we did was a horizontal or a vertical arrangement. Is it clear? Right? Namaste Ayushman Joshi ji, namaste. प्रणाम. ओहो, आज तो अलग अलग तरीके से मतलब हमें. चलिए, now let's get back to the work. Fine. So the thing is, so before we go for practicing the questions, right, we will try to understand the language, right, and what are the things we should keep in mind as usual, because today is the very first session on circular arrangement and hence we are going to focus on the concept, we are going to focus on the language and then we will be focusing on practicing the questions. Fine. Alright. Tell me friends, those who have practiced earlier, for many of you this topic, right, you must have practiced earlier. How interesting you find this topic, circular arrangement, how interesting, you love it, you love this topic, you love the questions, do you really look forward to the questions from circular arrangement? Those who have solved, those who haven't, for those who for whom this is the first day, right, no need to answer, but those who have, right, do you love this? Do you love this topic? Favorite? Okay, fine. So if it is your favorite topic and you have practiced a lot, then dear friends, then you should not watch today's session because I am going for the basics. Then I should not get a review. Okay, I don't want this thing. That's why I always tell in my session there should not be any mismatch of the expectations. Okay, fine. Chaliye. Okay, fine. So let's start. Let's start with the concept. Okay. So in a circular arrangement, what are the things? So the very first thing is in circular arrangement, right, there is nothing like a first or the last position or a fixed position, and hence, right, whenever we have been given the set of instruction, the instruction or the point from where I am getting maximum clues or a point from where I can relate the clues one by one, I would be starting that first, right, in a circular arrangement. That is what I have to. So you know, this really so say for example, if I am making if there is an arrangement of 4 people, so somebody can start from B over here and somebody can start, right, and put the B over here. Okay, so it is fine, because in circular arrangement there is nothing like first or last or a starting or a fixed position. What we know is left and right. Okay, up in whichever the position, right, you place the person, you are concerned with the left and the right of the person. Now if I move further, right, these are the typical statements, so that you know, for us it's easy to understand the questions quickly. I have come up with a few of the points. A and C are the neighbors of B means what? A is between B is between A and C. B is between A and C. But does it mean that that will, is this thing possible? If I say B is between A and C, can I write like this A? So okay, oh, it's a circular one. So can I write, say, if B is between, can I write it over here A or A and C? Is this thing correct? According to this statement, whatever I have written, is this thing correct? Oh, you guys don't want to leave the session? I'm glad to hear that thing. Alright, tell me, is this thing correct? Rashi, no, this is not correct. Why no? Because they are the neighbors. So when we say neighbors, they have to be the immediate ones. No, it is not. Okay, they are not the neighbors. So that is what we have to. Sometimes for the this, exactly for the left or right side, we have to use the word immediate left or immediate right. Okay, because A is to the right of B means A can be anywhere to the right of B, right? Say, I will understand this point very clear. Say for example, okay, fine. So 8 people are there, and if I am writing B over here, and B, so A is in the right of B, it means that A can be here, or A can be here, or A can be here, or A can be here. A can take any of the position. Alright, but if I say that A is to the immediate right of B, in that case, this will be the only correct position. So, and keep into consideration this point, okay, fine. And that is why when I say that A and C are the neighbors, then A and C are the neighbors, in that case it is going to be A, I don't know on which side who would be coming until and his left or right is not mentioned, but A and C are the neighbors. So this is how I am going to, in a pictorial form, represent this point. Clear? Fine? Very good. Very good. Alright, so is the second point also very clear, that when A is in the right of B and A is in the immediate right of B, there is a difference between the two, right? Then the third point, let's talk about the third point. Alright, what does the third point says? Third point says that A is x places away from B, means A is to the x position. So say A is 3 places away from B. A is 3 places away from B. It means that 1, 2, 3, A can be here, or 1, 2, 3, A can be here. A can occupy any of the two positions. Because here, see what happens when for the first time when we are doing the arrangement, and if we don't consider the possibilities, we may get stuck. So it's very crucial, it's very important that we right from the beginning don't assume anything. Okay, so when A is 3 places away from B, then it means that it can be in the right side or it can be from the left side. So both the possibilities initially we have to consider. Fine friends, clear? Right? Fine. Chaliye. So are the 3 points, because I have come up with those statements where we get confusion or we assume it, and then we are going to have the practice time. Okay friends? Alright. A faces each other. A faces each other is not going to be with the neighbor. Okay, if you are right, it's not going to be with the neighbor. Fine. So opposite, or we can say diagonally opposite, है ना? Right? Should I say diagonally opposite? Do you find any redundancy in this when I am using it diagonally opposite? Right? Diagonal itself means across, है ना? Diagonal means across, diameter, diagonal, diatribe. We have this word diatribe. Anyone can tell me what do you mean by diatribe? D-I-A-T-R-I-B-E, diatribe. Yes, anyone knows this word, diatribe? Okay, 180 degree. Yes, any other? I want the When I am asking the meaning of a word, diatribe, you don't have to Google it. If you are Googling it and then you are giving me the answer, then not acceptable. If you know it, honestly you answer it, otherwise better you don't answer it, right? So that, yeah, so diatribe is going to be, you know, disagreement or dispute, right? You verbally attack on each other, samne samne jhagda karna, right? So this is what is there. So dia, dia means across, a bitter about someone, I guess. Okay, fine, chal. So A and B face each other means A are opposite to each other, and in a standard arrangement if A is 3. So if in a standard arrangement of 8 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? A is 3 places away from B. So if this is B and 1, 2, 3, right? 3 places away from B, or sorry, I'm sorry, here it should not have been 3, it should have been 4 places. My error, my mistake. Right, B, or there are 3 people between A and B. So there are 3 people between A and B. So even this also brings you to the exactly the opposite. So there are 2 ways of saying it, that A or B in the opposite or facing each other. I should not use this word facing, because if both of them are sitting with the same direction, in the same direction, right, then in that case they are not going to face each other. They are going to face each other only even if A is facing towards the center and even B is also facing towards the center. So see, so many small things are there which you have to consider when you are making the arrangement. And maybe because we are not that particular about each and every small thing right from the beginning, it consumes lot of time, right? Okay, fine, right? Then this is another, you know, a confusing set of statements. A is right of B, okay? So say there are A, B, C, D, 4 people are there, right? A is right of B, who, comma, okay, comma is in who is left of C. If nothing is mentioned, then we are going to assume that all are facing the center, right? In that case, right, how am I going to do this? A is to the right of B and comma who is left of C. So comma, after comma who is left of C. So this comma after that, if this is, it is applicable to whom, as we had earlier understood, right? B ke liye, okay? So C is going to be here and in the left of C, B will be there. Okay, so B is in the left of C and then A is not mentioned immediate right of B, so A would be coming from here. Since there were 4, so okay, doesn't matter from which side you are taking it, but alright, if immediate then it would have mattered. So A is right of B and like that. Same if I go for the second statement. So here what I can say that first person, second person and third person. Okay, so here this is applicable to second person. Okay, in the second case or in the third case, right, first A is in the right of B and comma is left of C. Comma ke baad and is there, or A is right of B who is left of C. In this case, right, this third person is applicable to first person. So here who is left of C means A, it's related with A. Is it clear? Ritul, it's always facing upwards as north, right? And see, north and south doesn't change, okay? North hamesha is going to be upward and south is going to be down. But how come you got this thing over here? When you are facing the center, no Rashi, it's not, because say you are watching me so for me this is going to be the north and for you this is north, which for me is going to be south. So beta, it is with respect to. So say, okay, let me clear this point. If I write A over here, okay, if I write A over here, then this side is going to be right and this side is going to be left and right, but say Rashi is here, okay, in that case this is going to be Rashi is right, and this is going to be left. Am I correct? But with I have to fix now with respect to 1. In that case, this is going to be what? Opposite of it, right? So here it changes. So when we'll be doing the questions, you will be getting more clear to it. No, Prasad, we can't assume it. There will be the variety of questions. When we'll be doing the practice, right, you would realize the difference between, right? Okay, fine. Chale, I think we should go to the questions so that the small doubts gets more clear, right? We will be doing the questions, so at that time these things would be clear. Okay, fine. Let's move to the questions now. The only thing why I came with specific these the pieces of sentence, so that you interpret that, so that when you are doing the questions you should be very clear with respect to interpretation, that okay, your interpretation or pictorial form of representing the conditions are correct, so that you can focus just on making the arrangements. Okay, fine. Let's move forward. Okay, so this is quickly, because many times I see that when 4 people are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know for whom the rest of the the space is left. So dear friends, always you have to maintain equidistance, right? So agar 4 people are there, so very simple, 4 people are there, right? And if there are 5 people, in that case 1, 2, 3, so I am putting the cross actually mentally, so I'm taking this as a cross, and this is going to be the 5th person. All right, so this is how you should go for the arrangement. If you go on one side only with the small parts, and if they are not equidistant, we will be facing the problem when the question is asked who is exactly opposite to D. Okay, fine. This reminds me about a point that if there are odd number of people, can I answer this question who is exactly opposite to D? Mohammed Shahja, I am very sorry, but I can't read Arabic language. So if you can write either in Hindi or English, I'll be really comfortable. Okay, please. Can you tell me, can you answer the question, if there are 5 people or 7 people or 11 people, can I answer who is exactly to opposite? No. Why I made this point over here? Because say there are 5 people sitting, and there is one of the question, who is sitting exactly opposite to? Then there is no point in wasting the time. Straight away you can go to the option. If you see it is not possible or cannot be determined, that should be the answer. But if they haven't kept such option, then in that case this may be the case. Okay, that's why I'm saying making this point very clear. All right. So as I always say, there is in logical reasoning, there is never going to be the answer. It's never. We are completely dependent on the way the options are given. We always give relatively the best answer or the best option. Fine. All right. So if there are 6 people, right, how we are going to do it for the 6 people? So I am going to make a cross and top and bottom. This is how I do it. So see, this is the cross and this is top and bottom. So that I try to keep it equidistance. It shouldn't create a problem. Then if there are 7 people, what we are going to do in that? Now draw 7 people. How we are going to do that? 7 people. What is going to be for 7 people? Because it is an odd, right? So I can write, instead of going for the straight like this, because if I go for that straight, then all my spaces are getting occupied, right? Instead of that, I'll shift a bit over here and I'm going to make it, because I know in that case only left and right is going to matter, right? So here this is how I'm going to make the 7. Okay. And if there are 8 people, I have already told you. Okay. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to make plus. So see, first I am going to make plus and then I am going to make cross. Alright, fine. So this is how I am going to do if there are 8 people. Okay. Okay, if there are 12 people, how we are going to do this? Then what I do is I apply a bit of maths over here, right? Cross is there. Now I know that I need to fit in 2 people between the 2, so and I have 4, so that is how I'll be fitting in the rest of the 8 people. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and obviously these 4 people on the cross on the plus are there. So this is how very quickly equidistant, so you don't have to worry about it. And this is must, because when there are 12 people doing all the arrangement and all those things, opposite, who is opposite to whom, who is left side 3 places, so it is very much necessary you go for this thing. Is it clear? Fine. So far so good. So far so good. Yes, but fine, I want to cover each and every small points over here, right? So that you know, you really like the way you have enjoyed my previous topics. And I would love to share one point over here. I got comments from few of the students that, ma'am, after watching your video, the topic right now, where earlier I was not comfortable, now I could touch 70 to 80% of the question in the first go. So thank you for liking it. And yes, I would love to deliver the session with this you know, intention only, that I can justify the topic 100%. Okay, chalo. Let's move further. So all of you are ready for the practice time? All of you are ready with the notebook and paper and pen and all arms and amenities, right? Fine. So today what we are going to do is, because it is an orientation session, so I want to make you comfortable with language, right? There are, as I said, that there are the variety of questions, right? Even if I talk about say the circular arrangement, okay, even if I talk about the circular arrangement, basically I can categorize one where you know, the people are there with you know, the right and left, that's it. This is one kind of it. There are going to be another set of questions, right, where all of them are facing inside, okay, it is nothing is mentioned and hence I am assuming it. So more or less you find these two things the same. Then there would be a third kind of you know, the question in which it would be mentioned, say there are 8 people and it is mentioned, or there are 12 people and it is mentioned that 3 people are facing outside and rest are facing inside, or there are 4 people. So you know how many people are facing inside or facing the center, and exactly how many people are facing outside. Who is facing, that would be given in the condition, but we know the total people facing inside and the rest of the people facing outside. So that is going to be, right, with a fixed number, I would say, of people facing inside and outside. And there would be a fourth category, right, where we don't know. We are, you know, left open in a playground. You only decide that how many would be there facing center or facing outside, like that. So we don't know about this. So basically these 4, no, it doesn't end over here. With this circular arrangement, there is one more category, right, where along with this people, right, arranging in circular I mean arranging in a circular form, it would be the question, say for example related with, you know, blood relation. So a father is sitting exactly opposite the son, mother is sitting beside the son, or like that. So the relation can be there, or it can be with respect to colors, or it can be with respect to profession. So that is going to be the 5th category. So let's see how many we are in a position to do it today. All right, fine. Okay, all right. Chaliye, so ready. Arihan ji, very first question for you. Hindutva. You will have to, I mean, obviously I would say ProTalent. Use the material of ProTalent in case if you are not having any material. Ready? So L, M, N, O and P are sitting around a circular table facing the center. Only L is between P and M. Only L is there between P and M. O is to the immediate left of M. Okay, so who is sitting the immediate left of N? Okay. So this is how we will be starting with, right? And if I to start, only L is between P and M. So if I fix up the position of L, then it's only P and M, or it can be like this, right? O is to the immediate left of M. O is to the immediate left of M. Okay. So if I fix up, so who is sitting to the immediate left of N? So if P and M are here, O has to be here. If I fix it up, I am getting the answer. This is very easy. I am not completing this set. Alright. Very good. All I have got the answer. 1 ka D. Chalo. So this was a warm up exercise. Don't expect such questions until unless you are appearing for an exam in which you have 150 the questions and 120 minutes. Only in such condition expect such questions, friends. Otherwise don't expect such question. Okay. Chaliye. So 4 boys are there, A, B, C, D. 4 girls, P, Q, R, S are sitting in such a way that they face the center from a circle, and no 2 girls or no 2 boys are next to each other. Chali, first you start doing it and then I'll be solving it. So no 2 girls are and no 2 boys are next to each other. A is to the immediate left of R. A is to the immediate left of R, comma, who is opposite to Q. So since it is comma, so it is going to be opposite to Q. P and Q have only C between them. P and Q have only C between them. So this is my point number 1. This is my point number 2. Q only C between them. And the third point is that P is opposite to S. P is opposite to S. Who is to the immediate right of B? Who is to the immediate right of P? So B के immediate right में S is there, right? Fine. So there are 8 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is how I would be going for. All right. Now, if I start with, right, so which is the first condition I should start with? Which is the first condition? I can go with A is to the immediate left of R. Okay. So let me start with, if I write A over here, then R is on the immediate left side, because if I am writing A over here, so this is going to be the right side and this is going to be the left side, right? So A is on the immediate left of R, right, and exactly opposite R, Q is there. So Q is there, right, exactly opposite to that. Then we know that P, C, Q, they are the neighbors. So P and then C and then Q. Okay, fine. But we also know that P के opposite में S should be there. So if I write over here P, C, Q and B, immediately right of B, S has to be there. Okay, immediately right of B, S has to be there. So now what I am going to do is that if I write over here B, immediately to right of that is going to be S, okay, and S ke opposite should be P. If this is there, then we knew that P, C, Q. So, but ye setting is not correct, okay, this setting is not correct. So, what am I going to do now? See, so I am just putting, I am trying to put it over here and see what is happening. See, this is, first of all, you make the arrangement. I will be giving you the questions. If you are done with the arrangement, fine. Are you done with the arrangement? A is to the immediate left of R. See, you people are done with it? Yes. Here, let me now do it, because here the A is in the left of R, okay. Chaliye. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and A is to the immediate left of R. If I am putting R over here, A is going to be on the left of R, okay, who is opposite to Q. So Q is definitely coming over here, right. P and Q have only C between them. So either P and Q have only C between them. So either P would be here, okay, fine. So I am not sure about it, or P can be here, and hence C will be here and C will be here. Okay, so if I am putting the circles, I am not very sure of it, okay, but we know that P is opposite S, comma, who is to the immediate right of B, okay, so immediate right of B. So in that case, how it is going to work? Top to bottom filling A, yes. If I put over here S, then opposite to that is going to be P. If I am taking this S over here, sorry, the S over here, right, opposite is going to be P, or there can be other possibility as well, right, which is on the right side of B. So B has to be here. If I put S over here, right, in that case I have to put C over here. In that case, I will be putting C over here. So, and with which I am left with A, B, C and D. Okay. So, I am done with it. Now, let us see how you are doing with the question. So, the question is, which of this arrangement is valid in a clockwise direction? What is the answer? What is the answer to this question? Question number 2, what is the answer? D. Clockwise direction. Be very careful, okay? Clockwise direction. So you have to be very clear with respect to clockwise direction. Very good. See, once we are done with the arrangement, right, if B is the only person between R and S who is opposite B. Question number 3, answer. Question number 3, the answer is, if B is the only person between R and S, if B is the only person between R and S? So what would be the answer to this then? Correct. Next set of questions. Here they are sitting around the table facing the center. Here 8 people are there sitting around a table facing the center. Okay, and this is the set of instructions given to you. So let's start with this. H does not sit exactly opposite A. This is the first thing. Okay. What is the second? E, who is not an immediate neighbor of A, is second to the right of F. F, right side in the second position, right? Okay, is A. And E, who is not an immediate neighbor of A, and E and A are not the neighbors. Okay, G is second to the left of A and third to the right of F, comma and, right? So F, right of F. So it's talking about F, right? G, if I, with respect to F, if I talk about, then F is right of F in the third position, and G is second to the left of A. A के left में with respect to second position. G is second to the left of A. Okay, and G is third to the right of F. Then the fourth is going to be D is not an immediate neighbor of F. D is not an immediate neighbor of F. All right, and the fifth position the fifth point is F sits exactly opposite C. F sits exactly opposite C. Okay, fine. So how many people? 8 friends are there. Okay, fine. So if there are 8 friends, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and here which is the point which will be starting with? Right here. Okay, so which is the point which should start with? Point number 1 2 3 4. See, here we can see with respect to F, if I put F over here, right, then in the right side, right, in the second position I am getting what? F के right में here A is there, and which will be the next one? Okay, should I give the numbers so that, and F is exactly facing C. Okay, so I am done with the point number 5. Like I am done with the this point. Oh, sorry. F के right में third position पे G is there. So 1 2 3, so G should come over here. I am done with that, right? The third point. Then in A's left, right, G should be there on the second position, so A is going to be here. Is it so? Yes. 1 minute. In the second point, he who is not an image, it's a second. Okay, E, who is not an immediate neighbor of A, right, comma, is second to the right of F. So it was E. Okay, then D is not an immediate neighbor of B, so obviously D comes here, and F sits exactly. So we are left with what? So what should be the arrangement? What is the final arrangement we are getting? G is immediate neighbor of E. D and F are not the neighbors. So we are left with what? A, B. So we are left with B, C, D, E, F, G, H. B and H. With respect to H, do we have any conditions? Yes, H is not a. So I can put it both, right? Fine. Yes. What is the final arrangement I am getting? What is the final arrangement? Please give me, if with respect to A, in an anti-clockwise direction, give me the final arrangement. A, C, B, F, E, G, C. Correct. A, D, H, F, B, E, G, C. Yes. See friends, I am taking my own time so that the rest of the people can catch. You don't think that, oh, this is so time consuming, because here deliberately I will be making the mistakes. Otherwise, let me tell you, solution is there in front of me. I can straightway write it down. But there will be the many people who may not be as, efficient with the thing initially. That's why I make it very slowly. Okay, and I make it, okay, left here initially, see left, A के left में, right में. So I make it that thing. Otherwise I can very easily write the correct answer. उसमें मुझे कोई problem ही नहीं है. Okay, fine. But anyways, surely. Let's see the questions now very quickly. So who sits to the immediate right of A? So here you have to, okay, easy to answer. You just understand the nature of questions asked. That's it. Okay. Then who sits exactly between E and F? Who sits between E and F? Okay. Question number 5. Correct. Next question. Let's come down to the next set. D. Sinchan. Answer is D. Question number 5. Alright. Okay. Like I am more interested in making the arrangements. Okay. Fine. So I am not getting into the questions. Otherwise, we'll run out of time as well. Alright. Fine. So again, a new set of instruction is there in front of you. Start working on it. So R, S, T, U, W, X and Y are sitting around a circular table such that exactly 3 people face outside. So the previous session all were facing inside. Here there are 3 people facing outside while the rest of them face center. Okay, and then we have to go with this arrangement. So be little bit careful. Be little bit careful with this. Start doing it. Start doing it. Make an arrangement. So T is an immediate neighbor of Y. So from 1 I am getting T is an immediate neighbor of Y. The second point is neither T nor V are the immediate neighbor of U. Okay. The third point says that U is third to the right of X who faces the center. x के right में, in the right side of x, u, and u who faces the center. Okay, u is third, u is third, and x faces the, and comma x faces the center. Okay, then the fourth point says that y is to the immediate left of w, w, y, then x is to the immediate left of r, x is to the immediate left of r. Okay, then point number 6 says that u facing outside is second to the right of v, v right, second position, u is there, right, and it is facing outside. Okay, and then point number 7 is there, which says that v is to the third to the right of t, t right, third, v. So v is third to the right of t, comma who faces the center. So who is facing the center? T is facing the center. Okay, T is facing the center. So what I have done is that these 7 points I have written in a pictorial form. Okay, fine. So let me see how you people are doing it now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and let's start with T, because that is facing the, so here, okay, so here we should start with a point. Okay, here we should start with a point which gives me, with respect to that I have another clue. Second thing, I should know the exact direction, whether it is facing inside or outside. Otherwise what will happen, if I am assuming it, the cases will happen. So if I start with the point number say 7, right, then in that case T is facing the center, right. So if T is facing the center, then in the right side, in the third position, V is going to be there. Clear? Okay, so is the first point clear? So what I did, I have tried to, okay, so what I have done is I have used the point number 7 first, that T is facing the center, and in the right side, the third position, V is there. All right. Now with respect to V, I know that that V second in the right position, right, in the second, U should be there, and U is facing outside. Okay, so U is facing outside. So what I am going to do is that if U is facing outside, then can I assume the V to be in a center for a moment? Let me see if my setting is going right or not. If I assume V in the center, that it is facing center, then in the right side at the second position, U is there, and U is there, and which is facing outside. Okay, so this is what is there I have taken. Then I know that, and also I can say that T and V are not the neighbors of U. So T and V are not the neighbors of U. So anyways, I was like left with the only two positions. So U would be coming over here only, and T and Y are the neighbors. T and Y are the neighbors, but I don't know where it will be fixing it up. So let me say X is facing center, and with respect to that, in the right side, U is coming in the third position. Okay, so X is facing center and third position. So if X is facing center, so this is going to be my right side, this is going to be my right side. So 1, 2, 3, U is also there. So even this is being taken care of, that X is facing center. Then I also have a point that R is to the immediate left of X. Now one side V is already there, right? So I am only left with R over here. Okay, so if R is on the left side of X, it is only possible if R is facing outside. Then I can say that R is on the left side of X. So I am done with this thing also. And on the left side of W, Y should be there. So Y is here. Obviously now because T and Y are the neighbors, so Y has to be there. So what is going to be the position? If I put W facing outside, okay, then only on the left side of W, Y is going to be there. Okay, and how many people were there who were facing outside? There were only 3 people who were facing outside. So I have got 3 people facing outside. Okay, so then I don't have to worry about the rest of the people. They are going to face inside. And who is left out? Who is left out? So wait a minute, who is that fellow who is left out? So RST, okay, okay, so RST U V W X and Y. So we are done with it, and S is also facing inside. Clear? So this is also one of the variety where we could see that, but here this was a case in which we have been given that 3 are facing outside and rest are facing inside. Okay, fine. So let's look at the questions now. So R, S, T, U, V, W, X and Y are sitting. Okay, so who is to the immediate left of U? Immediate left of U. Okay, so what will be the answer? In fact, I find such questions where more conditions are there easy, because it's easy to set. Alright. Right, and which of the following statement is correct? So answer this question. Which of the following question is correct? Question number 6. The answer is C. Which of the following is correct? Because I have to scroll back. You have your set in front of your eyes. Tell me what is the answer. Question number 7. What is the answer? Prasad, what is the answer? Answer to question number 7. X sits exactly between R and V. X sits exactly between R and V. Yes, correct. This is the right answer. Okay, fine. So let's move forward to one more set. Yes, so one more set is there in front of your eyes. 6 friends L, M, N, O, P, Q are sitting around a circular table such that some of them are facing the center while rest are facing outside. So here it is different from the previous question, because here the number of people exactly facing outside and inside we have not been given. Okay. So start working on this now. So L and O are not the immediate neighbors of P. L and O are not the immediate neighbors of P. Okay. Second, P is second to the right of Q. P is second to the right of Q. I hope you have developed this method of writing it, right? How easily like we write it, okay? Because it's very much necessary. So P is second to the right of Q, comma who faces outside. So who is facing outside? Q is facing outside. Okay. Third point, the person to the immediate right of P, the person immediate right of P faces outside. So this person is facing outside. And the fourth point is that N is second to the left of L. N is second to the left of L. And the fifth point is O is to the immediate left of M. O is to the immediate left of M. Okay. So, if I give you L, M, N, O, P, right? L, so how many people are there? 6 people are there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let's see, we should start with, say if I put P over here, then obviously, right, L and O can't be here, and similarly O and L cannot. So better we write, okay. So better we start with the point which I had mentioned, that Q is facing outside. So let me write Q over here. Q is facing outside, and on the right side, second position, P is there. So here comes the P. Alright. Very good. Okay, so Q was facing outside and on the right side of Q, right, second position by P, and we know that O and L cannot come over there. So here it would be either M or N or N or M, and at the rest of the 2 places would be there. Just a moment, friends, just a moment. Okay, fine, and then we know that L okay, so L and O are not the neighbors of P, so that is what we have written, M and N or N M, okay, and over here it's going to be LO or OL. So this is what we are left with. Alright, then immediate neighbor of this, L is on the left side of L, at the second position N is there on the left side. So it means what? L has to face inside, okay, L has to face inside, and L has to face inside, and on the left side, okay, what has to be there? N. So I am done with this. If here is N, so here it is going to be M, right, and L is here, so O is going to be here. So this is how the arrangement is there, and the person on the right side of P, right, should face outside. So P ke right mein the person which is there should face outside. So am I getting the direction of all? I got the direction of Q, L, M, immediate left side, O should be there. M की immediate left में O should be there. It means that it is facing, M is facing center. M is facing center. Then only in the left side I am going to get O. So I am getting it that. Then even I also know that the outside, so M is already having this center, so N is having the outside, and in the right side of it, it means that what? That P is also facing center. So I am getting the directions of all except O. I don't know whether O is facing inside or outside. Okay, fine. Chale. Now let's do the questions. Who sits to the right of O? Can I answer this question? Just answer this question. Who is sitting to the right of O? Question number 8. Vishwajit, take your time in solving it. Yes, because we don't know the direction of O, whether it is facing inside or outside, we can't determine. Okay, and hence the answer is going to be E. So see, even if it is mentioned that few are facing inside, few are facing outside, it is not necessary that we will be in a position to determine the direction of each and every one. Okay, fine. All right, Chale. So, and with respect to Q's position, okay, what is Q's position with respect to N? Q's position with respect to N. Q's position, immediate right, immediate left. What will be the answer? Shub, you are asking for which question? Yes, 9. The answer is A. Angira, look at it. With respect to N, N is facing outside and hence Q is on the left side of it because it is facing outside. Okay, fine. All right, friends. So with this, we end today's session over here. But we will be continuing the series of questions on circular arrangement. All right, there are many few more varieties to be discussed. Okay, so we will be, but as I had mentioned on Monday, what we are going to do on Monday, we are going to solve. So like as soon as I share the link, or I think the link has maybe already been shared with you, right? I'll be taking the doubts on the syllogism, and then on Tuesday we will be continuing with the circular arrangement. Okay, Chale. Thank you very much.